For years, Wack 100 and 21 Savage have circled each other in the shadows of hip-hop drama, sometimes trading shots, other times playing it cool. But nothing prepared fans for the firestorm that erupted when a Wiretap clip surfaced, allegedly leaked by Wack himself. In the audio, voices hint at something far deeper than rap beef. What should have been industry gossip quickly turned into speculation, and the timing? Way too convenient to be ignored. Rumors swirled instantly. Was 21 Savage cooperating with the feds to save himself? Had Wack been sitting on this info for months, waiting for the right moment to drop it? And most of all, why now? It wasn't just the usual fan theories either. Reddit threads lit up like wildfire, with some calling Wack a plant and others warning, this isn't clout chasing, this could ruin someone's life. But as messy as it was already, the drama was just getting started. Wack 100 didn't just stir the pot, he flipped the whole table. In a fiery rant that quickly made its way across social media, Wack accused 21 Savage of being more than just an artist with legal troubles. According to him, 21 had quietly enrolled in a U visa program, a special immigration deal often granted to those who assist law enforcement. The message was loud and calculated. He's working with them. But Wack didn't stop at claims. He followed up with a leaked wiretap, a muffled but clear enough recording that he claimed was proof of 21 discussing cooperation with federal agents. Whether or not the audio was legit didn't matter to fans. The implication alone was enough to send shockwaves through the culture. People started asking real questions. Was this evidence or leverage? Had Wack been holding on to this as a bargaining chip? The line between exposé and extortion started to blur, and Wack leaned in harder, proudly declaring, "We got receipts." But if he thought the tape would silence his critics, he was dead wrong, because what came next, nobody saw coming. 21 Savage didn't waste time. As soon as the allegations hit the surface, he fired back, calm but clearly done with the games. His message to Wack was short and cutting. "You're using me for content. No shouting. No spiraling." Just a cold accusation that Wack was clout chasing off his name. Savage didn't even entertain the snitch rumors. He shut them down directly, denying any ties to law enforcement or secret deals with the DA. For him, this wasn't just another rat beef. It was personal. His reputation, his freedom, and his past were being dragged into the spotlight without proof. And the truth? His immigration case is still wide open. It's been years since ICE detained him in Atlanta, but nothing's been resolved. There's no court evidence linking his status to any kind of cooperation. The legal process has been slow and quiet until now. But with his name being thrown around like evidence in a federal case, Savage might be forced to speak louder. And if he does, the next move could flip this feud on its head. The internet did what it always does, explode. Within hours, Reddit threads were stacked with hot takes, deep dives, and accusations that went way beyond just Wack and 21. Some called Wack 100 a rat with. As the wiretap clip spread, the spotlight shifted from street drama to something more serious, the law. If Wack 100 really recorded that call without consent, he might have crossed a line no PR spin can fix. States like California, where Wack is based, have strict two-party consent laws. That means both people need to agree before a call can be legally recorded. If they didn't, that recording could be not just inadmissible, but criminal. Reddit caught on to this fast, with one user bluntly warning, this could backfire hard. Wiretap laws don't play. But it wasn't just about legality. It was the intent behind the leak that raised eyebrows. If Wack sat on that recording to use as leverage, he might have unknowingly walked into extortion territory. Throw in public threats and a history of volatile power plays, and suddenly, this wasn't just a beef. It was looking like a case. Fans began asking tough questions. Was this really about exposing the truth or about control? And if Wack gets dragged into court over this, he won't be arguing on Clubhouse. He'll be answering to a judge. And yet, despite the growing heat, Wack wasn't backing down. In fact, he was doubling down. With every post, every leaked clip, and every cryptic statement, Wack 100's image started to shift, and not in his favor. What used to be seen as aggressive branding or calculated trolling began to feel like something darker. Accusations piled up. He's a plant. He's working both sides. This ain't industry, it's informant behavior. Even his own followers started second-guessing. Was Wack exposing snitches or acting like one? The irony was hard to miss. While Wack accused 21 Savage of being tied to federal agencies, fans were pointing fingers right back at him. Screenshots, audio clips, and old interviews painted a picture of a man with too many inside sources and too much power over sensitive information. It didn't help that every time the heat turned up, Wack had another receipt ready to go. Now, everyone's asking the same question. Is there more? And if there is, will Wack actually drop it? Or is he bluffing, hoping the threat alone will keep him in control? But here's the gamble. If he does release more so-called evidence, he could be walking straight into legal hell. And if he doesn't, the court of public opinion might write him off as nothing more than a clout chaser with a mic and a long list of enemies. Either way, the clock is ticking and both sides are feeling the pressure. Next up, what's really at stake for both Wack and 21 Savage? For 21 Savage, the stakes are dangerously high. He's already been fighting a drawn-out immigration case since 2019, tied to his legal status in the US, and that case still isn't closed. Add in prior gun charges and the kind of attention this wiretap mess is bringing, and suddenly, every move he makes is under a microscope. Even if the Fed allegations are false, just the perception can hurt. In hip-hop, accusations of cooperation don't fade, they stick. And for someone whose image has been built on authenticity and street credibility, this could be a lasting scar. But Wack 100 isn't walking away clean either. If that wiretap wasn't recorded legally, or if it's tied to any kind of blackmail or manipulation, he could be facing real legal exposure. Not to mention his reputation, which is already cracking under the weight of Fed rumors, past extortion claims, and public distrust. So what happens next? There's already talk of more leaks coming. Wack's been teasing that this is just the beginning. Meanwhile, fans are watching closely to see if 21 Savage will finally speak out in full. No cryptic posts, no side comments, just a direct statement to shut it all down. Either this ends with receipts, or with someone getting burned. And that brings us to the biggest question of all. So here's where things stand. Wack 100 dropped a wiretap, claiming it proves 21 Savage cut a deal with the feds. He accused Savage of flipping to protect himself, fueling speculation that's now taken over the internet. Savage, on the other hand, flat out denied it, calling Wack a clout chaser and refusing to play into the circus. But this isn't just a rap feud anymore. It's a collision of reputation, legal risk, and the kind of behind-the-scenes power moves that rarely see the light of day. One man says he has receipts, the other says he's being used, and now everyone's watching to see what drops next. Will that wiretap end the beef or crush Wack's career? Either way, the fallout is far from over.